Welcome. Today, I'm going to walk you through a super simple technique to stimulate your vagus nerve. If you don't know about what that is, I'm going to tell you about it. But basically, this is going to be a very simple technique to help your body drop into that calm state, that parasympathetic nervous system, which is where we rest, where we digest, where our cells regenerate, where we thrive versus survive. So, welcome. My name is Angela Warburton. For those of you that don't know me, if you've been here before, welcome back. I'm an Eastern medicine practitioner for the last 25 years. I work with women in the clinic. Eastern medicine is very holistic, looks at the whole person and really we're looking for the root cause of what's going on to understand and to bring healing back to whatever ailment someone has. So very holistic, looks at our food, our lifestyle, our genetics, emotions, everything is relevant. So what I'm trying to do here in this channel is really help you understand your body, what the symptoms are, and these little practical things that you can do at home very easily in like 30 seconds or less sometimes to just make these gentle shifts that are going to help your body go back into that healing state so you can feel better and thrive during midlife, menopause, and beyond, or before that. So your body's programmed to heal, and all you really need to do, well, a lot of times you just need to understand what's going on. So this is going to be a super simple, great thing to have in your back pocket if you're feeling dysregulated or you feel like your nervous system isn't, or you're sort of on high alert and survive mode. So let's talk just a moment about the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve is the longest nerve in the body. It's a cranial nerve that comes out of the head, and it weaves its way through the body, and it innervates every single parasympathetic organ. So we have our survival organs, our heart, our muscles, our eyes dilate. We get very narrow vision if we're in that sort of stressed survival state. And when we're in a calm state, it's all the things that aren't considered essential for survival, basically. Digestion, sleep, ovaries, reproductive health, all those things are seen as non-essential, and they only get activated or are in great balance and in a healthy state when our parasympathetic nervous system is engaged. And that, in particular, the vagus nerve, when it is stimulated, when it's online, when it's active, it's going to wake up all these different parts of the body that are more of the thrive versus survive. So it's essential that we have tone in this nerve. And so what we want to make sure that if we're feeling dysregulated, if you're feeling that you are in that fight or flight state, you want to activate it, because the cascade of a nervous system that's dysregulated, and if this parasympathetic system, in particular the vagus nerve, is shut down, it's going to show up everywhere. It's going to show up in the gut. So the gut will actually shut down. We don't get enough stimulation. So that means the stomach activation, the peristalsis, the moving things through your gut will shut down. So then we're not actually digesting our food. And if we don't digest our food, or we don't have adequate absorption of our food, it's going to affect our hormones. It's going to affect mood. It can lead to leaky gut and then inflammation, which will affect brain health, joints. Dis-ease in the body often has to do with inflammation, when things are getting out into our system that shouldn't be there because our gut is being a bit leaky. So it's not properly, it doesn't have proper tone or health. It also ripples out to our mental health. Neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's and dementia can be related to this. I just did a big course on this, so I'll put a link in the bio in the show notes if you're interested. But that's a huge thing that can result and stem back to if your nervous system is not their parasympathetic is not online. It will show up in our hormones as well. It will show up in our sleep. And the list goes on and on how it affects our system if this nerve is not activated. But the beautiful thing is that we can remind our bodies, we can signal safety, let it know that it's safe so that it can relax, this nerve can come back online, and that we will ultimately feel better, more embodied, more relaxed. And when we do that, over time, the more and more we do that, the more imbalance we feel, the more vibrant we feel, the more healthy we feel, and the more safe we feel. So many women, I don't know if you're one of them, but are walking around in this sort of hypervigilant fight or flight state, just tired and wired, or just constantly like, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? What do I need to do? And it's hard to relax. So this is a really simple tool that you can apply and use every day, multiple times a day, if you want, to help bring that tone back and that balance back. So the technique is super simple. I work a lot with essential oils, and we're going to use it on an acupuncture point. There are two oils in particular I'm going to speak about today. The most important thing when you're using oils is that they're good quality oils. You don't want anything synthetic. You want to make sure it comes from a great source. I'm going to put some links below. If you have a great distributor for essential oils that you know are high quality, that's great. So high quality, and you're going to want to dilute your oils. You don't want to use full strength oils, particularly with the oils I'm going to talk about. One in particular, you definitely don't want it to be full strength. It's too strong. So you're going to want to dilute them. And that simply means you can create, I've got a pre-diluted oil here, which means I put some of the essential oil in, and then I've filled up the rest with a carrier oil. So carrier oil can be something like jojoba oils, fractionated coconut oil, sweet almond oil. Again, something that's not synthetic, that's natural, that's going to be absorbed into your system easily, and ideally doesn't have a smell. But in a pinch, if all you had was something like olive oil, you can use it. You can definitely use it. So different oils have different dilutions. I'll explain a little bit the ones I'm going to use, how much you need, but you're going to want to dilute it. If you have a bottle, you can do that. So you can just put a drop on your hand, on your finger. If you don't have it pre-diluted, what you can do is just put a drop of the oil, or in two oils in this case that I'm going to talk about, and a couple of drops of carrier oil, and then you've pre-diluted it in your hand. So really, really simple. It's nice if you can pre-dilute it because it makes it, put it in your bag, in your pocket, and have it on your desk like I do, and use it whenever you want. So the two oils that I'm going to talk about, there's sort of one family of oils and another oil these oils are very stimulating. So often we think of relaxing, we want to calm things down. So things that are going to calm the system, like lavender, things that are more of that relaxing. But what we want to actually do when it comes to the vagus nerve is we want to wake it up. Like, come on, back online. Come on, let's go. So you want it to be stimulated. So one of the most powerful oils for this is actually clove oil. And you think about clove, right? If you ever had it, it's like, woo, it's burning, it's hot, it's very, very activating. So this is probably the one that stimulates it the most. Thing with the clove oil is it's a medium-sized molecule, which means it takes a little bit of time to absorb into the skin. It takes about 20 minutes to absorb in. So it's okay if you've got time, but what I want to do is sort of combine two oils for you so you get both a short-term, like immediate impact and a longer term impact. So clove is one, and clove, you definitely need to dilute it. You only need about a 5 to 10% dilution of clove. So, more carrier oil than clove oil for sure. And then the other one that you're going to combine it with is a citrus oil. Citrus, if you think about smelling lemon or orange, it's very uplifting. It's very brightening. It's very enlivening. And it has a very small molecule. So that means it absorbs fast through our skin. So when we combine the two, you've got this kind of this long and short acting one, and they're kind of fun to combine together. It's getting to be holiday season, and so for this one, I'm combining clove and orange, which often we do in drinks or mulled drinks. We put a slice of orange and a bit of clove in there, so it can smell like a really happy kitchen when you're doing this one. So what you're going to do is a very simple technique. So you're going to put a bit of clove and a bit of orange, which I've got pre-diluted here. And you're going to put it on your finger. And the point we're going to use is actually a point behind the ear. In Eastern medicine, it's called San Jiao 17. It's a powerful point. I use this a lot for people that have jaw tension and pain, just relaxes that whole area. The neat thing about this point, the vagus nerve goes all through our body, but there are certain places in the body where it's very accessible. It's close to the surface. So we can actually activate it by pushing in on it. So this San Jiao 17 point right behind the ear is a place where it comes close to the surface. So we can apply the oil. So the simple technique is just applying the oil and letting it sit. You can also massage it in, lightly tap it, that area as well, waking up that point. So you can put a little oil, hold it for a few minutes. If you don't have an oil and you want to wake it up, you can give it a little massage, a little tap. Hey, come on online because we want you active. And so this point, you might find if you dig around a little bit in there that it's actually quite tense for you. If you notice that you're a clencher, if you're someone that grinds your teeth, if you just hold a lot of tension in your jaw, this can be a really nice one to help release that as well. And by releasing that, you're releasing tension and you're stimulating your parasympathetic nerve system. So there you go. So it's super simple. You can pre-dilute, you can buy your oils, you can also for sure always give it a sniff. It feels good. We have a lot of, the only place our nerve is exposed to the outside is through our nose, and that's one of our most primal scents. So always smell your oils. Find one you like. I use sweet orange. You can use bergamot is a really nice one to also use for this point. It's very uplifting and calming and regulating as well. So hopefully that's helpful. If you have questions, pop them in the comments below, but this is a technique you can use anywhere, bringing your system back online. If you like this kind of stuff, please hit like, hit subscribe if you want more. If you know anyone that would benefit from this, please forward it on. I am here to serve and help support you in thriving through midlife and beyond. And your body is programmed to heal, as I said. So little things that you do every day make a big difference. So hopefully that was helpful. Thank you for being here. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.